to Sacred Heart Academy. Thank you to Mary Jo. This is an unbelievable event, and it's so cool to see you guys sitting down there. Hey. So, congratulations to my co-celebrants and to Sacred Heart. This is really something else. I'm going to actually tell you the real story. Okay? The real story is that when the invitations for this event came out, there were more than several people who, either through Facebook or other means, asked, why are they honoring you? Just like that. If you knew me back then, Miss Carol knew me, you would be asking the same question. Because let's just say that education was not my priority when I was a student at Sacred Heart Academy. Maybe you might relate, I don't know. But socializing was my priority, and I excelled at socializing. As my friends over there, and my family here will tell you, I wasn't necessarily the type of girl that you would look at and say, she's going to be professionally successful. I just did not think it was a priority. So how did I go from being largely only caring about socializing to where I am today, which sounds really good. Have you heard the saying, it takes a village? That sort of sums it up for me. It would take a very long time for me to go through the litany of people and experiences and good fortune in my life that has contributed to me standing here today, talking to you. I cannot reveal this evening the things that my brothers have helped me, who are all here tonight, Terry, Jimmy, Sean, Michael, my sister-in-laws, my family, my friends. Thank you so much for being here. But the truth is that I would be entirely remiss if I did not discuss my parents tonight. My parents taught me the value of hard work and perseverance, even if I only used it when I wanted to. Before me, my parents had 4 boys, and I was the one who actually gave them all of their money. My parents, every single year, would get a report back from Sacred Heart Academy advising them that I really wasn't doing too well in school. That would immediately be followed by my father, who is very professionally successful and was working, I don't even know how many hours. My father would then go to the bookstore, buy books that contained the course material that I was taking. He read the books like that, learned all the material, and every Saturday morning before I went to my part-time job, he'd get me up at 5 a.m. and drill me on the material. That is a lesson in life that taught me so much more than what was actually in those books. And I think we all know how important those kind of experiences are. So I just want to give a minute and give some claps for my parents. Love you guys. Well, I could spend the entire night telling you stories that would exemplify the reality of the fact that where I am today is largely due in part to the things my parents have done for me. I think that it would be fair to say that one of the things that my parents did for me that gave me the foundation to become successful in life was to send me to Sacred Heart Academy. And I think that, my parents had the foresight and the courage to recognize that my education as a girl was just as important as the education of any boy. And they had that foresight and knowledge, even though they didn't know whether I was going to become a successful lawyer or a stay-at-home mom or a clown, which I actually was for a little while. Going to Sacred Heart Academy gave me part of the foundation upon which I have the courage and commitment to make choices that allowed me to become a professional, successful human. If a parent today asked me whether I would recommend Sacred Heart Academy as a school for their little girl, my answer would be an unequivocal and enthusiastic yes. If they asked me why, I would of course talk about all the statistical things that hopefully you all know, but I'll just give you a little tidbit. Amazing curriculum, amazing teachers. You're not going to find the teachers at Sacred Heart in other schools, like Sacred Heart in other schools. I would tout the exceptional 15-to-1 student-teacher ratio. I would advise them that on average, 98% of Sacred Heart Academy graduates attend four-year colleges. And I would also advise them of the very impressive statistic that in 2015, 91% of graduating class received academic, artistic, and athletic scholarships to college. And that's pretty impressive. Those are concrete facts that you can all, figure out on your own. A young woman who is sent to Sacred Heart Academy is prepared from an educational standpoint to compete in the educational and financial world on a level that surpasses others and gives them the best opportunity to be successful, as defined by career success. You can't deny that, okay? But knowing now, as you do, that education really was not my priority, why would I associate my time at Sacred Heart Academy with any of my success today? The answer is that it's an answer that comes from the heart, and it's an answer that we all know, and the people who spoke before me have alluded to, that success is not just career success. My successes in life, while I'm very grateful for having a great career, the successes in life for me have been on a personal level and overcoming things and showing up for my family and my friends and doing the charity work that I do. Those are the things that I think make me a successful person. Sacred Heart is a place that, in a world that makes children grow up a little too quickly and far more quickly today than it did when we went to school, Sacred Heart remains a place where a young girl can transition into a young woman, awkward, silly, and come out a beautiful young woman that she does when she graduates, okay? It's a place that is safe and teaches you important things in a firm but loving environment. So I would tell that parent, if you want your daughter to be happy, confident, responsible, and caring, send them to Sacred Heart. I was going to tell you the story about, well, I will say this. To tell you how truly special Sacred Heart Academy is, I missed one day of high school, one day. That's impressive, right? But it's even more impressive now that you know that after my freshman year, my parents moved us out to the eastern end of Long Island, and I drove or took the train here for 3 years. There has to be something at Sacred Heart that made me do that, and I think if you've ever spent any time at Sacred Heart, you'll know how wonderful it is. You can be assured that a girl who goes to Sacred Heart will make lifelong friends within a well-defined structure that is firm. I have like a table of people back there that are, I know that for the most time of their life, I can call them at any time, and I will do that. I just want to say that I am truly honored to have this. You know, when I was going to be being admitted to the New York State Bar, they did this professional ethics thing. And my father used to joke me all the time. He'd say, you know, Sacred Heart Academy is going to open up an inquisition to this. I had to do that, Dad. While we may walk different lives and take different paths, we may be employed out of the home or doing the all-important job of being an at-home mom. My experience is that every woman I know who has been educated at Sacred Heart is a success. SHA women are recognizable in the world. We know each other before we meet. We are all women of substance who walk in the world in a different way because we were given the gift of an education at Sacred Heart Academy. When I think about my time at Sacred Heart, I smile and my heart lights up. There could be no better investment than to give someone the opportunity to experience the magic of Sacred Heart. Thank you so much.